All right, today I went to training camp, and today is the day 8 recap. Now, CJ Gardner Johnson is just as advertised, a certified dog and contagious like the flu, like he said in his interview a few days ago. Now, Gibbs and Montgomery, they are locked in as your backfield. Those fellas complement each other perfectly. But now Jefferson, Jackson, and Ibrahim did have some really good reps, but they are jockeying for position as RB3, RB4, and who's going to be on practice squad. So definitely going to be interesting as that moves on. I did see a lot of good reps out of those three, though. Now, Aiden Hutchinson looks like a tank. His first rep, he got a tackle for a loss. The next play, he pushed the offensive lineman to close the gap for a no-gain tackle. They're not ready for Aiden Hutchinson in year two. And in the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs are officially on notice. Like, Aiden Hutchinson in the National Football League in year two is officially, every single team is officially on notice. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That dude looks huger than what he does on film or in a picture and things like that. Like, seeing him live is something like, oh my goodness. Like, that dude is huge. So you got him stronger, faster, smarter, and he knows the playbook. Good luck stopping that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That man is a good candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Put it on front page, back page, columns 1 2. Your boy Troxel says it right now that Aiden Hutchinson is a great candidate for Defensive Player of the Year in 2023. Like, good luck stopping that. But moving on, Julian Okwara didn't have the best of the day, but he did bounce back on a few plays. But I do think that his fate will be decided during preseason games as well as camp continues. So definitely keep an eye out for Julian. And as I go to training camp, I got 3 more camps to go to. As we get into those camps and as we get some preseason games as well, I'll keep you up to date with Julian as well. Now, Jameson Williams did return. He got into a tussle, though, with Starling Thomas V, and it got us in the crowd just completely fired up. And also, newly signed Trey Quinn, the wide receiver that did replace Tom Kennedy, he also got into a tussle earlier on the day with Hitman Jack Campbell, and I absolutely loved it. I love a guy that, hey, he's not put in the best of situations, but guess what? He's going to make the most of it, and he's going to fight for a job. I absolutely love it. Hey, we're highly touting Jack Campbell around, this, that, the other. First round draft pick, well, guess what? I'm going to go right after you. Punch you in your mouth, and let's see where it goes. And I absolutely love it. No, he did not really punch him in his face, but, you get what I'm saying. Like, they got into a little push and shoving match, nothing serious, but you just love to see stuff like that. Guys fighting for their jobs. But if you're getting value and you want to be up to date with all things Detroit Lions, definitely consider subscribing. Definitely appreciate that. Now, Brian Branch, cannot talk about him enough. He is a ball hawk dog that made plays the entire practice. You don't believe me? You can come with me. I got 2 more tickets for the days that I got. You're more than welcome to come, and I can prove it to you. I'd rather show you than you not taking my word for it. So I'd rather show you. So, yes, sir. Brian Branch is a dog. Brian Branch will be playing meaningful minutes. Whether it's as a starter or as a backup, he will be playing meaningful minutes. And he's making a huge case for it. Now, Shane also, I got to say about this. Now, stay tuned. We do got more news on Shane, but Shane got hit so hard by Hitman Jack Campbell that we in the stands felt it in some one-on-one drills. Shane is a trooper. He did get right back up. Tapped Jack Campbell on the helmet, was like, nice hit. And we absolutely went bonkers. Like, Oh my goodness, that hit was like boom. Like it was, yeah, it was crazy. It was a lot of fun to watch. We did have some injuries. Sam Laporta didn't finish practice. Hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully it's just protocol, and hey, he'll be back very soon. But we don't know the injury of Sam Laporta. As it does come out, I will keep you up to date. And sad news about Shane Zylstra is he was hit low via a chop block by Khalil Dorsey. He felt horrible instantly as soon as that he did go low. But the positive was, yes, Shane had help, but he walked under his own power to the locker room. Now, he was limping, but the positive was he was under his own power. So, speedy recovery to Sam Laporta and Shane Zylstra, 2 tight ends we went down with. But hopefully it's nothing too serious as we get into camp more. And, we got a game. What is that, next week? So, we need to get these guys healthy. But guess who's back also at practice for the first time at training camp? Yes, you guessed it, number 0, Marvin Jones Jr. And yes, he is still Marvin that we remember in Detroit. So great to see him back and great to see him as his usual self. So anything you've seen over there in Jacksonville, he ain't that guy. He is that guy that he was with Matthew Stafford in Detroit with. So it's going to be some good things coming from him. Now, is he going to have a huge season? Probably not. But is he going to be a key factor in this season? Absolutely. So definitely love to see that. And Amon-Ra St. Brown had the dropsies today. Now, hopefully it's nothing to be concerning about. But overall, he did have a great day. Could have been stellar, but obviously when you have a couple drops like he did, he wants to have those back. But obviously, it's the Sun God. He's going to work extra hard and not have that happen again. But speaking of the Sun God came out because he had a beautiful one-handed grab before they got to stretching to start practice. To start training camp today, they were kind of just going out there and, just doing a couple drills, getting loose, things of that nature, raising their sweat level. And he just came out and was just like, bam, one-handed. I'm like, oh, okay, we in for a good day today. If that's how we starting, we in for a good day today. So, hey, Amon-Ra, hey, that was a nice handed grab. And, hey, got to work on those drops, though. But if you are still getting value and you want to reach more Lions fans to celebrate with us, just consider clicking that like button, as that does help. Appreciate that. And Khalif Raymond and Justin Jackson fighting for the starting kicking return job. Both had great reps, and I love to see that competitiveness. We've seen some Jameson Williams back there. We've seen, everybody that we could think of, Chase Cota, you're undrafted, guys like that. You've seen Antoine Green back there as well. So, you've seen a lot of people back there, but you could tell that is between Khalif Raymond and Justin Jackson. And then in certain situations, you'll see a Jahmyr Gibbs in the returning. You'll see a Jameson Williams returning, stuff like that. So, definitely good to see. I definitely like to see that we're at least trying other options as well to see, hey, who's the best fit. So, definitely love to see that. Oh, and those of you that don't like a fullback, Jason Kabinda will make that 53-man roster. I'm not second-guessing this. That man was on fire. And he brought it today. He yelled at Chase Cota. It was like, you better bring it. You better bring it. He said it like multiple times. He did say some curse words, so I'm not going to say it. And don't put it in the comment section if you were there too and heard it. So please don't. We keep a clean channel. But, yeah, Jason Kabinda, he was showing leadership. And not only did he show leadership on special teams, but he was also making plays as a fullback, catching balls, running with the football, things of that nature. Like, there's going to be a spot for Jason Kabinda. And if you know me, I've been talking about fullbacks for 5 years now, starting on Troxel Sports streams all the way to here. So, and multiple other people's channels as well. Your boy loves a fullback on his roster. And yes, Jason Kabinda will make that roster. Now, in the kicking game, as we stay with special teams, now John Parker Romo did miss a 51-yarder wide right, and Patterson did miss a 45-yarder as well. Both of them did go 4 for 5. I will say John Parker Romo is looking like he has a leg up, but also it will be decided during preseason games for who's our kicker. So, both of them have been kind of tick for tack. Hey, I'll have 5 of 5. You'll have 4 of 5. Next day, you'll have 5 of 5. I'll have 4 of 5. Both of us will have 4 for 5 on a day. So it's kind of like ticky-tack. So it's going to really come down to, hey, game pressure. You can't simulate that. I mean, yeah, you can, but you can't really simulate it without that pressure there. So I do think that kicking job will come down to who's the best preseason kicker. And, that's going to win the job. Now, moving a little bit forward, and Derek Barnes, on his one-on-one, he was absolutely on fire. Tackle for a loss, a sack, big hits. You literally see him getting better heading into year 3. Like, you could see the transformation. When you hear these coaches and they're like, oh, yeah, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're a lot better, this, that, the other. Until you as a fan go there and see it, you can't really believe, coaches talk. They like to hype things up a little bit. Get your mind on to watch different things, but until you actually see it, it's just like, whoa. Now I see why Derek Barnes has been practicing with the ones. Now I can see why, if he's not with the ones, he's definitely with that twos, and it's a close 2. So, Derek Barnes, he had a really good day today. I absolutely loved it. And now, team period, as practice was ending, it was a 26-20 with 31 seconds left. Couple timeouts. Now, Jared Goff marched down the field, down to the 14-yard line, and then with 3 seconds left, he threw it to the left away where nobody can get it. Now, Sudfeld, on the other hand, had only 5 attempts, and the last 2 plays resulted in Nate Sudfeld getting sacked. I was going to say something else, but I'm like, nah, we'll keep it with he just got sacked. Because they literally took his lunch money. But it was with Ali McNeil and Josh Pascal. Now, Josh Pascal, we didn't really see what he can bring. But during the season of last season, you could see him have a little glimpse. But as we have a real training camp with Josh Pascal, you can see him getting a lot better now that he kind of has that feel for the speed of the game and having a real offseason. You can see him getting better. So definitely something good to see with that. And Gibbs, when he got the ball down in the flats, special things did happen. Now, your boy is fast, and that's an element that you haven't really seen with DeAndre Swift. No shot at DeAndre Swift. I wish him well in Philly. Unless we play Philly, then obviously I want a 35-point win over, DeAndre Swift and all those guys over there in Philly. And I'm sure C.J. Gardner-Johnson wants the same thing. But Jahmyr Gibbs is probably the best running back in the league. Best young running back in the league. Like, what I saw from him, his burst, his speed, like, it's one thing to watch it on TV. It's a different beast when you can see it in person. In person, he's faster. Like, by miles. And he can hit that burst and take it to that next level and shift gears, and he's gone. Like, you could see that fluidity with that burst and speed that you will never see with DeAndre Swift. And like I said, no shot at DeAndre Swift. But again, if you don't believe me, I got 2 more tickets. I could take you to camp and show you, because there's nothing like it besides seeing it in person. If you got tickets, go to training camp, because it is electric. And I have to save the best for last. You know, your boy got to save the best for last. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Yes, I was just praising Jahmyr Gibbs. But, man, C.J. Gardner-Johnson took the lunch money of Jahmyr Gibbs. Now, golf threw it to Gibbs in the flats, and C.J. came in with a super hard hit. Now, both of them did fall down, but that ball went flying. I mean, it was so bad, and it was flying. Like, I just sat there and was like, oh my God. It was insane. Like, the entire crowd, I tell you this, the entire crowd, because it was on where we were sitting, like, we instantly was getting hype. And you just see CJ was like, yeah. Like, hey. I mean, he was just feeding us hype. And it was something special. But C.J. Gardner-Johnson with that hit took the lunch money of Jahmyr Gibbs. Now, that was one of the only times you really got the best of Jahmyr, but it's something that I can't shy away from, because I'm going to bring you facts over feelings. But that was something that you just had to witness. And if you can see the highlights of it, definitely find them. Definitely find that clip, because you're going to see that clip and you're going to be like, whoa, he got leveled. Now, both of them obviously got right back up, and it was like, hey, that's what's up. You know, you take your lumps as a rookie. Like, that was kind of like, hey, welcome to the NFL. That type of hit, it was like a welcome to the NFL. So, good to see that. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What's your thoughts on the longer version of day 8 of training camp? As yesterday I didn't really do a video. It was just walkthrough. Nothing special. But they did have a play yesterday for Martha, Firestone Ford. They called out Martha as a play. It was a running play, but that was the only real good thing about yesterday. But that's the only reason why I didn't make a video. It would have literally been a short. So, longer version today. It was a longer practice today. And it was, hey, if you were there, put it in the comment section, hashtag witness. Put hashtag witness if you was there at training camp today, because you know I ain't lying. Like, it was a good practice from both sides. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. And with that being said, we are trying to grow the community. Hopefully we could get to 1,000. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video, because grit don't quit. One pride, baby. Peace. Man, today was electric.